When is the last time you disagreed with the Prime Minister? Your advice to the young engineer who has gotten an offer to relocate to Silicon Valley and work for big tech at a 50% salary jump.
Don't go, stay here.
What is the last app you have downloaded?
Threads, yesterday.
A quick game. It's a game called Who Wins. I'll give you two options. You tell me who wins. So who wins the chip wars?
The democracies of the world.
Who wins Threads or Twitter?
I don't care.
Who wins Mark or Musk?
In EVs, Musk. In rocketeering, Musk. And I guess in social media, Mark.
Nvidia or Intel?
Today, NVIDIA, by far.
So if you were still working at Intel in the year 2023, like you were when you were in Silicon Valley, would you be sending your CV to Nvidia today?
I think hopefully after 30 years, I would not be not requiring to send my biodata anyway, but resume. But if you were so pessimistic about me and my future there.
How many telecom players will India end up with in the next 10 years? 2, 3 or 4?
We should have a minimum of 3 for sure. And it would be good to have 4.
When is the last time you disagreed with the Prime Minister?
Never.
When is the last time the Prime Minister sought your advice?
No, look, the Prime Minister doesn't seek our advice. We have regular reviews with him. And he is very clear and very precise on when he thinks we are not doing our job. And he tells us that very candidly.
The one tech commentator you suggest all of us interested in tech must follow?
Oh, it's impossible. I mean, there's no one tech commentator that I follow. There are hundreds and there are so many different people depending on which area you're interested in. Look, but I certainly encourage people to get onto the dark internet and join some groups and hear 18-year-olds talk about the future of tech. That will be far more enlightening in terms of how far behind we all are in terms of our understanding of tech when you hear an 18-year-old talk about SIM cloning and hacking a crypto wallet.
Can you rate the performance of the American tech regulators? Has it been good, bad or average?
Very laissez-faire, very let the markets decide. That is certainly not what we need or what we want, what we should have. Our people need a lot more protection from market forces and big tech power. So certainly laissez-faire and certainly not even close to what we should be doing.
The one skill that every school in India needs to urgently equip its students with to tackle AI?
I think basic tech skills though every student must have. In terms of AI, I think it's a bit of a question. I think if you can, students should certainly believe that you should not believe everything that you see on the internet. That's a nice little belief to inculcate in everybody that what you see on the net is not necessarily the truth.
Unless it's on IndianExpress.com.
Oh, yeah. I agree on that, yes.
Policy or politics, what excites you more?
I think they are both the two sides of the same coin. I like making an impact, and I think being in government and being in politics allows you to make an impact, and that is certainly why I'm here.
User experience, user privacy, the two ends of a spectrum, which side are you closer to?
No, both. I don't think these are two ends of a spectrum. They're two sides of a coin. I think the user must experience, but the user's right to privacy cannot be violated, regardless of the experience.
The toughest question you've ever been asked as a minister?
I can't remember a tough question, but maybe you can help me with that. But I don't remember any tough question.
Okay, the one tech entrepreneur from India you look up to?
Or maybe the tough question is, why haven't we got a fab yet?
Yeah, that's the one that you're going to get a lot now for the next 6 months. Anil, you asked that, huh? The one tech entrepreneur from India you look up to?
No, there's not one. I like a lot of the young the young group that is coming out and building these things. I like them not for what they're building, but for their confidence and their real, their real determination to succeed. I think that is a spirit that was available in the past, but that was an exception rather than the rule. But the widespread confidence that we see today in the young generation is just absolutely inspiring.
The one politician, not BJP, from India who you look up to?
Not from India.
Yes. No, not from BJP, but from India.
Not from BJP, from India. I had a lot of respect for Rajesh Pilot, the late Rajesh Pilot, because he was a student of my father's in the Air Force.
Okay.
And he was the person who coaxed me or convinced me to stay back in India in 1991 and pursue the cellular opportunity. So I have a lot of respect for him. I have a lot of respect for Deve Gowda because of the reasons I've told you. He showed me the way, if you want to call it that. And of course, you said no BJP, but I certainly want to add that within the BJP there have been 4 or 5 people who have certainly been inspirational to me: Anand Kumar, Arun Jaitley, Narendra Modi ji, Amit Shah ji, and Atal ji and Advani ji. So I have to say them because they certainly have inspired me.
Last question, the one investor you look up to, global?
Not really. I mean, I can't think of anybody. I mean, everybody is successful. They have mixed. I decide my heroes very sparingly.
Yes, I can see that.
I have a slightly higher threshold before I decide that they inspire me.
Okay, so one last. I think this should be your toughest question. If somebody asked you the next rapid fire, you might be saying this. You're on a flight to Silicon Valley, the direct flight. It's just 2 people on the plane. You have to choose Gandhi or Savarkar. Who do you choose?
To choose to do what?
To be on the plane with you.
To Silicon Valley.
You have a long flight. You have 1 passenger. You can choose between these 2 people.
And they both want to go to the Silicon Valley.
You have to choose one of them for the long flight.
So I will let both of them travel and I'll step aside. I want to be here in India anyway. So.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Rajeev ji,
you.
for a lovely session.